Hey, and good morning. What's happening, y'all? It's LaDonna Ray on the LaDonna Ray Show, and happy Monday. It's about time we do these. So, the weather. Okay, let's skip all of that. Let's get to the juice. Last night, did you actually watch the Oscars, or did you start searching for clips when you got the news that Will Smith, yes, Willard Carroll Smith the second best actor in King Richard, walked up to the stage, and yes, he did. He slapped Chris Rock. Pookie got smacked on live television by Will Smith. So I'm reading all kind of stuff. I'm not usually into the tea, but I'm reading all kind of comments. First, I posted on Facebook, and I said what I said. I said, good for you, Will Smith, because he was protecting his wife. If you take a look and just examine what happened, let me see if I can pull that in here. If you take a look and examine what actually happened, Jada's face, Will's laughing a little bit at first. He's like, okay, let's move on to the next joke. And then Jada's like, wow. She makes this look like, and I'm sure Will, as he was 6 feet away from her, saw her face and was like, you know what, this is too much. But I'm sure he was contemplating. Okay, it's the Oscars. Not only that, it's the 94th year. This is usually a white panel. And I'm Will Mother Smith. Let me get my butt up there, straighten up my jacket, and I'm going to pimp slap this dude for saying what he said about my wife that I love. Because she suffers from alopecia. Alopecia is real. You have patches of hair that are missing. It can be a lot on a woman. But maybe Chris didn't know that's what was going on. I'm not sure. But let me just pull up this clip. It'll take me a second because I've watched it so many different times. Did it download? Yes, it did. Get rid of that one. Delete. Download it. Okay, now we don't have to worry about it because I was trying to show you on my YouTube, but that didn't happen. All right. Here's what we're going to do. Okay, so watch this. Going back to the beginning. All right. And now you'll see where he tells the joke. Here we go.
Jane 2, can't wait to see it.
G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. And points at Jada, right?
All right.
Now, look, Will is smiling. She's kind of looking over at Will. But look, there's that lip curl. It's not, it ain't cool. Here we go. Rolled her eyes, that one eye. Oh, you know what that means. That one eyelash ain't heavy. Okay, what you said is too heavy. You went too far. And now he's like, that was a good one.
That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here.
Uh-oh. Here comes Will. I know Will's going to get up here and start beatboxing. This show was a hit. Yeah. That was so quick. I missed it. So watch this. Now, I just knew he was going to go up. Look, Chris is still laughing like a bobblehead. And then Will, he doesn't take all his mic because he would have gone back a little. His wingspan is way greater than Chris's height. Okay. So I'm sure he just kind of took a little bit. I'm just going to smack you a little bit. Like, where my money at? Okay. You didn't consult with me before you told that joke about my wife. Okay. So here we go. And then he just says, oh. And a lot of people thought that was staged because Chris was able to speak. Whoa. Wow. No, Chris, his handprint is still on your face. Here we go.
Wow.
And then Will walks away, and that was not scripted in my book. He walks away and he's like, wow, that felt great. And mind you, right here at this point, I want to show you something. Right where he's laughing, he's not really laughing, okay? Will is looking at the situation. He's saying, all right, Jada's pissed. I'm not feeling this dude. We just got back on good terms. I got to do something. Now, let me just look at the consequences if I do something. Hold on. I'm Will Mother Smith. All right, I'm nominated, and at this point, he hadn't received the Oscar yet. In King Richard, I'm the executive producer of Bel Air. What? I'm bringing people back into the fold on the television series on Peacock. What? I'm like an A-lister. Let me get my butt up from this seat, straighten up my jacket, and what? Smack the out of Chris Rock. He's contemplating right there. Right there, he's already thinking it.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
That was bleak.
Name out your fucking mouth.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
It was a
Lupita's
G.I. Jane jump.
Keep my wife's name.
Look at Lupita. She's like, it was funny at first because I thought this was part of the act, but no, I think Will's really pissed. Wakanda forever. Okay, here we go.
Out your fucking mouth.
I'm going to.
And she is posed. She's not even in it, but it's an entanglement, if you will. Oh my. Right? Here we go.
Okay.
Chris is stunned. He's recovering. The script doesn't say what to say after getting smacked the hell out of by Will Smith. Okay? So now he's trying to come back. And he did. Watch.
Okay. That was
I mean, it was so quiet in that room. You could hear a pin drop.
Things might get so quiet.
That was a greatest night in the history of television.
Okay, so hopefully you get an idea on what happened last night at the Oscars. Never before has something like this happened. Now, what does this mean? Now, there was an apology. Absolutely. There was apology from Will Smith, an apology, I should say, where he accepted his Best Actor in King Richard Oscar, and he tearfully apologized to Chris Rock. Or did he apologize to Chris Rock?
You got to be able to have people talk crazy about you. In this business, you got to be able to have people disrespecting you. And you got to smile and you got to pretend like that's okay. Art imitates life. I look like the crazy father, just like they said. I look like crazy father, just like they said about Richard Williams. But love will make you do crazy things.
But my thing is, the recap, Will makes a tearful apology after Chris Rock smack. I don't think he actually apologized to Chris Rock. Will, good for you. Maybe it could have been handled a different way, only because we fought for so long to get into the Oscars. And I feel like a wuss when I say this. And we almost have to be a good little Negro when we're in these particular atmospheres. Now it just looks like two black men didn't know how to conduct themselves, or one black man didn't know how to conduct themselves. All that Oscar A-list stuff goes out the window when the Oscar directives take a look at what just happened. So now provisions are going to have to be put in place on the following subsequent Oscar awards, like security maybe. You know what I'm saying? They did the 6 foot distance thing, socially distancing, COVID accommodations and things like that, which is probably why you saw Jada sitting across from Will Smith. But now next year and the years beyond, there may be security even for the stars to not attack the stars. Now, just an update for you. The LAPD has confirmed that charges will not be made against Will Smith, and Chris Rock will not be filing charges against Will Smith. But at the same time, I'm thinking about how Chris kind of brought that on himself, not checking with a producer to see if that joke was okay. I think he kind of slid that one in off the cuff, and maybe there should be some preparation before these live shows to say, okay, I was thinking about, grabbing Jada by the hair. Okay. But at the same time, I'm thinking about how if she doesn't have hair because of a disease or a condition, then maybe that's not a good idea. It's just not a good idea. Okay? It's just not a good idea. But a producer would tell you that. Now, if he's just doing stuff off the dome, then a producer can't tell you that because they're like, just be you, Chris. Now everything may have to be pre-approved just in case. And I think that's fair, because some celebrities, believe it or not, are very private. Now he may not have read about Jada coming out about, well, not coming out, but talking about her alopecia struggles. Again, I went to beauty school. I know I've dropped out. I didn't care for beauty school, but just going through that as a woman, it's very difficult because your hair is your crown, your glory. Whether you choose to shave it off. I've gone through a head shave before, like 3 times. Okay, so it was because I was sick. I had spinal meningitis at 12 years old. And in order for them to do an operation on my head, they had to shave my hair. Like, they didn't check with me while I was dying. LaDonna, do you mind us cutting off all your hair to save your life? I would have probably said no. I was 12. No, my hair. And I would have had a head full of hair in the grave. Okay, but we have to be careful with the things that we say. And I don't think Will be canceled after this because Will Smith did immediately apologize, and more than likely he's going to go on national television and apologize for his behavior, his choices. But I understand. He said love will make you do crazy things. Love can make you walk on stage at the Oscars on the 94th year and slap the hell out of Chris Rock for saying something about your wife. And everybody's trying to judge and say, well, did he slap the hell out of her side piece? Who cares? He was disrespectful online, okay? He was disrespectful online, but that has nothing to do with what happened when Chris Rock disrespected his wife unknowingly or knowingly in his face. You have to understand that when you are sitting there with your spouse, you're forced to make a decision that you wouldn't normally have time to think about making. There have been talks about how Will and Jada have an open marriage. That doesn't depict how you feel about that person. Open doesn't mean I don't care, we're just going to stay married. It means that's what works for you two. See, when you get married, it's what you touch and agree on. Okay? So Will did say, keep my wife's name out your effing mouth. And he meant that. I truly believe that he meant that. Now, August, her lover boy that she was with, didn't necessarily keep Jada out of his mouth. Literally. Okay? But I'm just saying that's what they went through. They worked it out, came to Jesus on it, and now they're still together. Like one of the longest running relationships in Hollywood. I would like to point out that Tyler Perry and Denzel Washington did console him. They came to him like men and said whatever they said. I don't know that the mics were off, but more than likely knowing Denzel being married to his wife for as long as he's been married to Paula, my goodness. And Tyler Perry, I can't call her name. It's terrible. I don't. Is he still married? Anyway, those are 2 black men that came to a black man's aid. Now, I didn't see anybody with the first aid kit with Chris, so he's all right. He should be all right. Okay, but seriously, children at home, please don't handle your situations this way. My son was at school and some boy wanted to confront him about his girlfriend, decided to lure him into the bathroom, lock the door, and interrogate my son. I'm totally against this. My son's wrist was broken a few days after that. Yeah, we're still working through that. And that was a few months ago, back in September of last year. But for a child to be lured and interrogated, about a relationship, and my son was like, I don't even talk to, what are you talking about? And the boy didn't like that answer. And this boy bullied him. And even though we talked to the school assured me that they would take care of it, and they did not. Yep, see where I'm going? And then a few days later, my son came home. I had to pick him up from the ground with a broken wrist. So bullying is not the answer. Putting your hands on someone else is not the answer. But in this case, we're talking about two grown men at the Oscars. Not just two grown men, but two grown black men. There's our examples. What do we do in case of? Do we slap the hell out of the man for saying something? Or could he have yelled from his seat saying, keep my wife's name out your effing mouth? I think that would have been acceptable. All right? But less satisfying. Because did you see the look on Will's face? When he slapped Chris Rock. Instant gratification, but long-term effects. All right, so make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers and then 10,000 subscribers, okay? It's the LaDonna Ray Show. So on YouTube, it's LaDonna Ray Show. And then on TikTok, it's just LaDonna Ray. I have yet to hit 1,000 viewers, or should I say followers, on TikTok. I'm like at 979 or something like that. I was just so close to beating one of my coworkers. Her name is Boss Lady Plus 2. She beat me to 1,000 on Friday. I could not believe it. But shout out to her and congratulations. And now I'm going to try and get you guys involved with more news. All right. Not just the Oscars. There's a lot of stuff going on. You know, we've got more to come. There's so much more to come. There's so much more to talk about. Rest in peace, Taylor Hawkins from the Foo Fighters band. He has died at age 50 years old. And, you know, it's never good to hear that someone that you've watched on television, listened to on your radio, on your personal devices, has passed away. That's it for me. I'm LaDonna Ray, your show host. And I'll be here like all the time. So tune in, subscribe, comment, share, all that fun stuff. I want to hear what you got to say about the Will Smith, Chris Rock thing. You know, yeah. Tell me something. Tell me something. All right. Bye-bye for now. Peace.